Patience isn't about sitting still and waiting. Patience is about how you carry yourself while you're waiting. Because let's be honest, struggle is guaranteed. Pressure is guaranteed. Life is going to test you again and again. Most people break not because they're weak, but because they want everything too fast. They want success without the sacrifice, the reward without the waiting. But patience is what separates those who quit halfway from those who rise above. Patience is discipline in disguise. It means choosing to show up again tomorrow even if today didn't give you the results you wanted. It means working when nobody notices, believing when nothing is showing, and trusting the process even when it feels like the process is working against you. The struggle. That's not punishment, it's preparation. Every delay is teaching you resilience. Every setback is stretching your endurance. And every not yet from life is building the strength you'll need for the moment life finally says, now. You see, patience isn't passive. It's active. It's the strength to keep going when it's easier to give up. It's the courage to keep believing when doubt is louder than faith. And if you can master patience in your struggle, you'll unlock a power that no setback can break, no delay can weaken, and no failure can erase. Because at the end of it all, struggle creates patience, and patience shapes greatness. Patience is not waiting quietly. It's enduring the struggle with discipline, faith, and consistency until the breakthrough comes. Most people confuse patience with silence. They think it means doing nothing, sitting back, and letting life just pass them by. But real patience is an action. It is the way you show up every single day when things are not going the way you hoped. It is how you carry yourself when results are slow, when doors are closed, when answers seem delayed, and when your efforts feel unnoticed. Patience is not passive, it is powerful because it forces you to train your emotions, your reactions, and your mindset in the toughest conditions. Without patience, discipline collapses. Without patience, consistency crumbles. And without patience, faith disappears. Every great success story has a season of patience where nothing made sense, where the struggle felt heavier than the progress, but that season was the foundation of everything that followed. Think about it. When you face a challenge, you have two options: quit because it's taking longer than you thought, or endure with patience and keep building brick by brick until the structure stands tall. The first option may bring temporary relief, but it robs you of growth. It denies you the deeper strength that only patience can create. The second option demands more from you, but it refines you, it sharpens you, and it teaches you how to sustain success once it arrives. Because let's be real, success without patience doesn't last. If you can't wait for it, you won't be able to hold it. If you can't struggle through the delay, you won't be able to sustain the demand that comes after the breakthrough. Patience is the hidden training ground where the world cannot see you, but life is preparing you. Patience is also faith in motion. It's believing that what you are working toward will happen even when there is no evidence yet. It's saying to yourself, I don't see it now, but I know it's on the way. I don't feel it now, but I know it's coming. That kind of mindset takes strength because everything around you will tempt you to give up. Your own doubts will rise. Other people's opinions will distract you. Time will whisper that you are too late, but patience answers back with discipline. Patience reminds you that great things are not rushed, that strong trees take years to grow, that storms come and go, but what is rooted deep cannot be shaken. Patience makes you unshakable because it doesn't rely on what you see right now. It relies on the belief that the struggle is not wasted. Consistency is the partner of patience because you can't claim to be patient if you stop working. True patience means you keep showing up, you keep practicing, you keep grinding, you keep giving your best even when nobody is clapping for you. That consistency builds habits, it builds resilience, it builds identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who does not quit, someone who outlasts pressure, someone who can carry heavy loads without breaking. And once you begin to see yourself that way, nothing outside of you can stop you. Opportunities may delay, but you won't stop. People may doubt you, but you won't stop. Obstacles may block you, but you won't stop. That's what patience does. It anchors you in the middle of struggle so that even when the waves crash, you stay grounded. Discipline is the muscle of patience. It is choosing the hard thing today because you know it builds the strength you need for tomorrow. Discipline is not easy. It is uncomfortable. It asks you to sacrifice comfort, to give up distractions, to put your emotions aside and follow your commitment. Patience cannot exist without discipline, because if you always react to your feelings, you will never last long enough to see the results. Feelings are temporary, they change with the weather, but discipline is a choice, and when you repeat that choice daily, patience becomes natural. It becomes less about waiting and more about becoming. You are not just waiting for things to change, you are changing yourself in the waiting. When you live with patience, you stop measuring progress by speed and start measuring it by strength. You stop asking, how fast can I get there? And start asking, how strong can I become on the way? That mindset shift changes everything, because instead of being frustrated by the delays, you start valuing them. You start recognizing that the very thing you thought was holding you back is the thing that is building you up. The struggle becomes a teacher, and patience becomes the classroom. And in that classroom, you learn lessons that no shortcut could ever give you. Lessons about resilience, about self-control, about faith, about character. You learn that patience is not a weakness. It is a form of power. It is the quiet strength that allows you to keep moving when others have stopped. It is the unshakable belief that the struggle is shaping you into someone capable of handling the breakthrough when it finally comes. Struggle is not punishment, but preparation. Every delay, setback, and hardship is shaping the strength you'll need for real success. Most people see struggle as something unfair, as if life is working against them, as if difficulty is a sign that they are not meant to achieve what they desire. But the truth is the opposite. Struggle is the training ground where strength is built, where endurance is tested, where character is refined. Without struggle, victories would be shallow and fleeting, because you would not have the strength to carry them. Struggle gives way to your success. It gives meaning to your progress. It transforms you from someone who only wants results into someone who is ready to handle them. Every hardship you go through is a tool shaping you into the person who can carry the responsibility of greater success. Delays are often misunderstood as denial, but they are not. They are preparation. When life makes you wait, it is not wasting your time. It is preparing you for the right time. Think about an athlete training for competition. They do not step into the arena on the first day. They spend months, even years, practicing, failing, repeating, pushing through pain, and only then are they ready to face the test. The same happens in life. Every delay is building endurance. Every season of waiting is teaching lessons that cannot be learned any other way. The moment you stop looking at delays as wasted time and start looking at them as training, your mindset changes. You begin to value the process, you begin to respect the journey, and you begin to recognize that every day in the struggle is adding to your strength. Setbacks are not the end, they are the recalibration. They force you to pause, to rethink, to adjust, to sharpen your focus. Many times what feels like a step backward is actually pushing you to discover a better way forward. A failed attempt can teach you more than a quick victory ever could. A closed door can redirect you toward an opportunity that was better for you than the one you were chasing. Struggle has a way of revealing your blind spots. It humbles you enough to grow. It keeps you from being careless. Every person who has achieved something great can point to setbacks that taught them lessons they would never forget. Without those moments, their success would have been fragile. With those moments, their success became unshakable. Hardship molds the kind of resilience that no comfort can ever produce. When everything goes smoothly, you enjoy it, but you don't grow much. Growth comes when you are pushed beyond your limits, when you are stretched, when you are challenged to keep moving even though everything in you wants to quit. Hardship demands you to discover strength you didn't know you had. It pulls out courage that was buried deep inside. It forces you to dig into reserves of faith and determination that you would never access in easy times. Struggle sharpens your vision. It clears away illusions. It reminds you of what really matters. Through hardship, you learn to separate what is essential from what is unnecessary, and that clarity makes you unstoppable. The greatest danger is to confuse struggle with failure. Struggle does not mean you are failing. It means you are building. Failure is only permanent when you quit, but if you keep pushing, every failure becomes a stepping stone, every hardship becomes a lesson, every setback becomes a redirection. Struggle prepares you by toughening your spirit, by teaching you patience, by making you resourceful, by training you to adapt. These qualities cannot be bought, they cannot be gifted, they can only be earned in the fire of struggle. That is why some people collapse under success. They skip the struggle, They never learned to endure. They never built the muscles of patience and resilience. But those who embrace struggle carry their success differently. They carry it with wisdom, with gratitude, with strength that cannot be shaken. Struggle also builds appreciation. When you have worked for something, when you have bled for it, when you have cried for it, when you have stayed up nights fighting for it, the value of the achievement multiplies. You no longer take it for granted. You protect it, you honor it, you respect it. Easy victories create arrogance. Hard-earned victories create humility. And humility is the anchor that keeps success from destroying you. Struggle makes you thankful. It makes you recognize that nothing worthwhile comes easy. It makes you appreciate the journey as much as the destination. That appreciation fuels consistency. It makes you more disciplined. It keeps you grounded even when the rewards start coming in. Every hardship you face is like resistance in the gym. The more weight you lift, the stronger you get. At first it feels impossible. It feels painful. But with repetition, what once felt heavy begins to feel light. That is how struggle works in life. It increases your capacity. Challenges that once overwhelmed you will one day feel small compared to the strength you have built. That growth doesn't happen overnight. It happens through seasons of resistance, through days when nothing seems to move, through moments when the pain feels unbearable. But each moment is a rep, each hardship is a set, and each day of struggle is building the strength that will carry you into your breakthrough. You cannot avoid struggle if you want to grow. You cannot escape hardship if you want to succeed. Every great achievement is tied to seasons of difficulty. The struggle is not punishment. It is proof that you are on a path of growth. It is preparation, shaping your mind, your habits, your faith, and your resilience. It is life making sure you are ready for what you are asking for, because if you received it too early, it would crush you instead of bless you. Struggle ensures that when the moment of success arrives, you are strong enough to carry it, wise enough to manage it, and disciplined enough to sustain it. What do you think about this video? Tell me in the comments.